One day, people will gather in a quiet room because of you. They will wear dark clothes. They will say your name in the past tense. And they will do something with your body that no other animal on Earth would think to do. They will care for it. You are not imagining how strange that is. A dog does not bury its master. A chimpanzee may carry its dead child for days, but it will not dig a grave. Somewhere deep in your past, your ancestors began treating the dead differently from everything else that stopped moving. And the real answer to why is far stranger than simple grief. Because caring for the dead is not obvious. A body is heavy. It carries disease. Every ounce of effort spent on someone who can no longer hunt or protect you is effort stolen from the living. And yet, again and again, for hundreds of thousands of years, your ancestors chose to spend it anyway. Why? In the 1950s, the archaeologist Ralph Selecki dug in Shanidar Cave in northern Iraq. He uncovered Neanderthals, not your species, but a cousin. One man, Shanidar I, had lived to old age despite a crushed eye socket and a withered arm. He could not have survived alone. Someone fed him. Someone kept a man who gave almost nothing back alive. Compassion, then, is old. It did not begin with you, and it did not stop when he died. Around another skeleton, Selecki found clumps of ancient pollen and suggested the dead had been laid with flowers. That claim is still debated, but strip the flowers away, and the bodies were still placed, positioned, not left to the hyenas. How ancient is this? Travel to a hillside in Spain. Beneath the Atapuerca Mountains lies Cima de los Huesos, the pit of bones. At the foot of a 13-meter shaft lie at least 28 individuals who lived 430,000 years ago. The paleoanthropologist Juan Luis Arzuaga has studied them for decades. Bodies do not fall neatly to the bottom of a hidden shaft by accident. They were carried there, into the dark, and dropped. Among the bones lay a single hand axe of rare pink quartzite, never used to cut anything. They named it Excalibur. It may be the first object ever placed with the dead not for use, but for meaning. A gift that says, "This mattered." Does that give you pause? Symbolic thought was supposed to be the crown jewel of the modern mind. Here it is, maybe, at the bottom of a pit, hundreds of thousands of years too early. It gets stranger. In 2013, deep in South Africa's Rising Star Cave, the anthropologist Lee Berger's team recovered bones of a new species, Homo naledi. Its brain was the size of an orange, a third of yours, and yet its bodies lay in a chamber so dark and hard to reach that the team argued they were deliberately placed there. If they are right, and it is fiercely debated, then caring for the dead needs no big brain. It may be older and deeper than almost anything you call human. Come closer to your time. At Sungir in Russia, 34,000 years ago, 2 children were buried under thousands of mammoth ivory beads, each perhaps an hour to carve. Thousands of hours given to the ground. This was not disposal, it was devotion. The dead had become ancestors, a presence death could not fully remove. At Catalhoyuk, a 9,000-year-old town in Turkey, people buried their dead beneath the floors of their own homes, under the beds where they slept. The dead were not gone. They were kept home. Does any of this feel familiar? It should. You keep photographs of people who have died. You visit stones with their names on them. You hold objects that meant nothing to anyone but them and cannot throw them away. You speak to them when no one is listening. Every one of these is a descendant of the flower at Shanidar and the body in the pit. So what did ancient humans do with their dead? They did what you still do. They refused to let them go. They fed the ones who could not feed themselves. They carried bodies into the dark because leaving them felt wrong. They gave up food and warmth and thousands of hours to say one thing across the silence. You were here, and you mattered. One day, people will gather in a quiet room because of you. They will wear dark clothes and say your name in the past tense. But now you know that when they do, they will not be performing an empty ritual. They will be answering the oldest call in the human story, the same one a small-brained cousin answered in a cave in the dark, 500,000 years before you were born.